loaves of bread for the holiday season that not only your kids but your friends will love. We're starting with the same recipe we always use, you guys. 1.5 cups of warm milk, a tablespoon of brown sugar, and 2.5 teaspoons of active dry yeast. We're gonna mix that together and let it sit to make sure the yeast is alive. Now, because we're making a special loaf, I'm gonna separate this mixture into 2 equal parts. We are gonna add jet black food coloring to this first half. I'm adding 2 cups of flour and a sprinkle of salt. Next, I'm gonna mix everything together and knead by hand. You can do this in your electric mixer, but I didn't wanna mess around with any black dye getting on the kitchen. Knead until your dough is smooth. This does take about 5 to 8 minutes. Just have some patience and it'll work out. I'll next add the dough to a glass bowl. I'll oil the dough and oil the bowl and then put a towel over it and let it sit for about an hour or until it doubles in size. We're going to make the second layer of dough by using the other half of the yeast mixture and the same exact measurements. 2 cups of flour, a sprinkle of salt, mix and knead the dough. If you've been here for a while, you'll note that we normally fold in butter when we're doing this. You guys, to be honest with you, I completely forgot. Fold in 1 tablespoon into each mixture of dough before you knead it. This one still turned out fine, but it would have been better if I hadn't forgotten the butter. After about an hour, your dough should have risen to about double in size. Punch out the air in both pieces. And I want the black swirls on the inside of the bread, so I'm going to roll out the non-colored dough first. Then I'm going to roll out the black dough, and I'm going to put the black dough on top of the non-colored dough and then fold them together. The more folds that you make, the more layers of colors you're going to have once you get to shaping your dough. When I'm happy with the amount of layers that I have, I'm going to roll it one last time, and then I'm going to cut the dough into 3 pieces and braid it like I would a ponytail. I try to manipulate the dough with a couple of twists before I braid so that the layers of color are on the top of the loaf. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know and I'll make another video. We'll next set the loaf in our trusty bread pan with the top on to rest again as it doubles in size. This will go into the oven at 350 degrees for about 20-25 minutes or until the crust reaches your desired brownness. Let the bread cool completely on a wired rack before slicing. And this is how I make super fun, exciting